of week 5 of the Ssbl. I am Chicken Sandwich, and we are underway here in the Bengata Bowl for this epic Novas matchup. The Skulls and the Cyclones in a somebody's gotta win it matchup. Both teams coming into this game winless on the season. The last two teams who are winless in the Epic Conference. It has been a struggle for these teams this year on both sides of the on both sides. I just period. Just trying to think of a catchy word and I couldn't think of anything. Yes, that's a strikeout of Tyrese Rose. This one is through the right side, and that's going to be a base hit. Runner's going for third. Buddy Moon, the throw. Oh, it would have been in time, but Flip Hecker couldn't make the snag, and the Cyclones have runners at the corners. It's Newcastle. We're back to the ones here in week 5 versus Kyle Edwards. That's hit hard, but foul. You've got lineup shifts for both teams as we got Doug Kelly hitting 4 here. It's a 2-2 count. That's fouled back. And he gets rung up there. A huge strikeout. Strike 3 called at the bottom of the zone for out number 2, and it's up to Bean Machine. And he grounds this one to Welder in time for out number 3, and the Cyclones leave a pair stranded, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Galileo Cat to lead things off for the Skulls. One is going to be fouled off, make it 2-2. And he gets rung up there. Kyle Edwards in his first outing went 5 innings, and that is a tough dive by Yoshida, and the runner will be safe. 5 innings against the Bombers, gave up 4 earned runs off of 8 hits, a walk, 5 strikeouts. For 7.2 ERA and a 1.8 whip. Going to bounce back here against the Skulls, who have not been known for their offense so far this season. The worst batting average in the league, but that one gets through, and that's 2 runners aboard for the Skulls with only 1 out. We'll see if their fortune is a little bit better than what the Cyclones had their chance. But yeah, bottom in the league in average, hitting 146 as a team. And also scoring only 1.25 runs per game. That's second worst behind this Cyclones offense, scoring only 1 run per game. And that walk will load the bases now for Kevin Manikin. And still only 1 away here, so a huge opportunity for the Skulls, but Manikin falls behind 0-2. Swing and a miss! A huge strikeout there, 2 away. So 2-2 now to Jose Meja. Kyle Edwards using 25 pitches already. Swing and a miss! And the bases are left loaded. Both teams leaving runners aboard in that first inning. We'll go top 2, 6, 7, and 8. Do it for the Cyclones. So we'll see what this Cyclones offense can do coming into the season. The third worst batting average in the league at 178. Tops in the league in strikeout rate at 38%. And scoring only 1 run per game as that one is popped up into right. Timber Woods is there and caught for out number 2. As for pitching, Newt Castle last time, he went 4 1/3, gave up 6 runs off of 8 hits for a 12.47 ERA and a 2.1 whip. So both starting pitchers looking to bounce back here in their second outing. And we're already to the bottom of the second. Buddy Moon to lead things off. This one's into left. It's a floater, and that gets over the head of Timber Woods at short, and the left fielder couldn't quite track it down, so that's a bomber special for Buddy Moon. Leadoff runner aboard here is Kip Shaw Jr. Kip Shaw Jr. 2 for 10 early on in the season. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Edwards. He's up to 4. And here's Fran Welder. Demoted from leadoff to number 9 hole. Runner is going. The throw is in time for out number 2. And now the bases are empty. This one is in foul territory, but I don't think anyone's going to track that one down. Lots of room here in Bengata. And swing and a miss. Down goes Welder, and we'll go to the top of the third. Still scoreless here. Lames, County, and Rose all due up. Lames with an early 1-1 count. That one's in there, 1-2. Swing and a miss. And back to the top of the order, Jet County. And he dribbles this one to third. Flip Pecker, the throw in time. Round number 2, Mojo up for Newt Castle. Now bring up Tyrese Rose. Tyrese Rose not having a good start to the season. 1 for 16 so far in 8 strikeouts. Hitting .063 on the season. Full count to Rose. And Rose swings and misses there. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. Top of the order due up for the Skulls. Galileo Cat to lead things off. Cat in a similar boat as Tyrese Rose this year. 1 hit, 15 at-bats, a .067. Has drawn a walk and only struck out 3 times this year. But not seeing the ball well to start out this season, and he gets rung up there, 1 away. Ishikawa behind 0-2 to Edwards. 6 Ks for him already here. He's only gotten 1 out via something other than a strikeout. Surprised he isn't locked in because of that. Popped up, and it will be County there to make the catch for round number 2. And Edwards now is locked in. Pitch count's a bit high here for 2 outs in the bottom of the third. But gets another strikeout, making it 6. And we'll go to the top of the fourth. O'Brien, Kelly, and Machine due up. Cyclones having back-to-back games here in Bengata. Got shut out last week against, or excuse me, they played the Unicorns last week. But it was the week before where they got beat by the Wildcats 4-1. And O'Brien goes down swinging. 5 Ks for Newcastle. And he's been locked in for about an inning now. Only 2 hits allowed for him today. This one's grounded. Fran Welder ranges over, gets it to Ramos in time for out number 2, and that will bring up Bean Machine. Bean Machine also on the struggle bus, 2 for 16 this season, hitting 125. 6 strikeouts and only 1 walk drawn. And that one's hot shot to Welder. He takes it on the hop. That's to Ramos in time for a 1-2-3 inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Which offense will show up here? Someone's offense has to show up here. It's a matter of who and when. Flip Hecker pops this one up into right center field, and it will be Chungus Among Us with the catch for out number 1, Kevin Manikin. Both teams had runners on in that first inning, and nothing's really happened since. Cyclones had runners at the corners and couldn't score, and the Skulls had the bases loaded and couldn't score. And it was Kevin Manikin here who had a chance earlier but couldn't deliver, and chops that one in front of home plate. Bean Machine to County in time for out number 2. And that will bring up Jose Meja with 2 outs. This was a tough game to vote for, but I ended up voting for the Cyclones because I knew it was going to be Kyle Edwards on the mound. And he's done his job so far, but Newcastle has done a similarly good job at keeping the Cyclones offense at bay. Yoshida to lead things off here in the top of the 5th. He's actually outperformed Edwards in some instances, as that one's ripped down the line, and that's going to be a base hit. He's digging for 2. The throw from Cat is not going to be in time. That's going to be a leadoff double for the Cyclones. So runner in scoring position. It's just the 3rd hit given up by Newcastle. Makes him equal with Edwards in hits given up so far. Kimber Woods looking for his first RBI on the season. Won't get it here as that's popped up to first. Caught by Ramos, 1 away. I'll bring up Chungus Among Us, who is looking for his first hit on the season. 0 for 11 so far. One and 2 the count. And swing and a miss. Down goes Among Us. It's up to Jabron Lames not to spoil the leadoff double. And he won't. This is going to bomber special into left. Galileo collects it. The throw home is going to be cut off by Kipshaw Jr. And the run will score, and it's 1-0 Cyclones. I don't think that throw is going to make it to home in time, but we'll never know for sure now. And the Cyclones strike first. And that one's going to get down into the corner. Pat just now up with it. He throws it into second for some reason. Doesn't matter. The runner wasn't going to go for home, but not a lot of speed on that runner at third. And that one's grounded to Hecker. Throw is going to be in time for out number 3. But the Cyclones do strike first, 1-0 off a Jabron Lames RBI double. And we'll go to the home half of the 5th now. Grounder to Yoshida in time to county, one away. One and two to Kipshaw Jr. And he swings and misses there. Two down now. Eight Ks now for Edwards. But does give up the walk there, his second of the day. I'll bring up Galileo Cat at the top of the order. Lots of speed on the runner up. And the runner is going. Throw not in time, and he's in scoring position, so a base hit ties this game right back up. That pitch count really starting to show up here for Edwards. Up to 85 pitches here trying to get out of the fifth. This one's into left. Galileo Cat deep into left, and it's going to hang up there. And Jabron Lanes makes the catch on the warning track. That one looked and sounded off the bat a lot better than it ended up being. And that's a to the moon there. That's just a normal fly out into left. But that one is going to be foul. A 1-2 count to Mitchell O'Brien. Newcastle, though, still locked in. That's a grounder to Hecker in time to Ramos, one away. Doug Kelly is the only bat between these two teams that are hitting above 300. He is 5 for 13, hitting 385, but grounds that one to Welder, route number 2. Only 6 home runs hit between these two teams so far. Nobody with multiple home runs, as that's going to be a 2-out single up the middle. Just only 9 runs scored total between these two teams as well. And that's grounded to Kipshaw Jr. in time for round number 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Alicia Kim, Carlos Ramos, and Flip Hecker due up for the Skulls as they try to break through here against Kyle Edwards. He can go all the way through here, the 6th. As that pitch count approaches 90. 2-2 to Alicia Kim. She's 1 for 2 today. It's a full count. And that one is, oh no, off the glove of Rose. And Kim is safe. If my memory serves me correct, it was Rose who made an error a couple weeks ago against the Wildcats that allowed a run to score early in that one that didn't help out Gwen Morello. So similar things happening here. And the Skulls of Rock take advantage off the error. It's a 3-1 count to Ramos. And that one misses, and 2 runners are now aboard for the Skulls. Nobody out. Here comes Flip Hecker. Edwards staying in the game at 97 pitches. That's how little trust the game has in the Cyclones bullpen. Edwards gets ahead on Hecker, 0-2. That one's in the dirt. That one misses high, 2-2. Swing and a miss! Edwards gets his 9th strikeout there, 1 away. I have to assume he stays in the game. Desperately trying to get out of the jam he created. With a little bit of help from Rose. Oh, it's off the glove of Rose, and everyone's going to be safe. The bases are loaded. And that will do it for Edwards. In comes Nori Aru for relief. And I don't have to tell you, that's not good. Aru, in 3 innings of work this year, has given up 7 earned runs for a 21 ERA. has given up 2 home runs, 4 walks, and struck out 3. And he inherits the bases loaded and only 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Tough out activated for Meja. And this one's into left. A sliding try by Jabron Lames comes up empty, and 2 runs will score, and the Skulls have taken a 2-1 lead. Well, this has gone just about how you would expect. And Rose with another attempt there makes the stop, but the throw is not in time. And it's another infield single, and the bases are reloaded. Oh, 0-2 to Kipshaw Jr. That one gets away from Machine, but everyone stays put. Count is full. And that's ball 4, and another run will come in. 3-1 now in favor of the Skulls. Two 1 to Fran Welder. That one's fouled off. Strike 3 call. He gets Welder there for out number 2, and we're to the top of the order now. Grounded to Woods. Woods to County in time for out number 3. But the Skulls take the lead 3-1 as we go to the top of the 7th. And that error does come back to haunt the Cyclones. Tyrese Rose toppling down the house of cards. But Woods puts this one into left, leadoff single. That brings up Chungus Amungus. Actually, Daydream Fever will come in for the pinch hit. He's 1 for 1 so far this season in pinch hits, but gets rung up there. Newcastle getting things done on the mound. 7 strikeouts through 6 1/3, 7 hits, but only 1 earned run, as his defense has been a lot better than what the Cyclones have done so far. But that one's through as well, so the Cyclones with 2 aboard. Here in the top of the 7th, and it's the big bat of Jet County, who's 2 for 3 today. And Castle's day is done. In comes Aaron Santana. Jet County with a double and a single. Halfway to the cycle. Oh, Fran Welder! Fran Welder just saved a run with an amazing defensive play there, 2 away. And here is Tyrese Rose. Tense and 0 for 3. Finds his own there, 3-1 the count. Borderline pitch there, might have been ball 4, but fouled off. Everyone's going, that was ball 4, but Rose swings through it, and the side is retired. The Cyclones leave a couple of more stranded, and we go to the bottom of the 7th, still 3-1. Daydream Fever gets pulled in favor of Hugh George III. And this one's laced into left, but George is there for number 1. And Aru walks. And that will bring up Flip Hecker. That one is through, and 2 runners aboard now for the Skulls. Chance to increase their lead here. Kevin Mannequin to the plate. Has not had success today with runners aboard, but a chance to break that spell. And he's up the middle. Yoshida with a diving stop, gets it to Woods, and turns a Dragon Special! Wow, what a play by Yoshida. I thought he was going to be lucky getting 1 out there, and is able to turn 2. Fantastic play by Yoshida, getting them out of the inning, keeping it 3-1. O'Brien to lead things off, behind 1-2. Swings at a ball in the dirt, and that's thrown down to first for out number 1. The offense is just really bad between these two teams. And Doug Kelly, the one reliable source of offense for the Cyclones, sitting at 0 for 3 today. And make that 0 for 4. Bean Machine with 2 away. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Down the third base line, Hecker scoops it, and in time for out number 3. That'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Mayha Moon and Kipshaw Jr. due up for the Skulls here, nursing a 3-1 lead. Aru will get pulled in favor of Alfonso Sims. One's grounded to Woods. Throw is in time for number 1. Buddy Moon to Rose, and the rainbow throw gets there in time for out number 2. Rose is rattled. It's played out in a similar fashion for the Cyclones like that Wildcats game did. That error by Rose at third, allowing runs to score. And there's the cherry on top. Sims. Extreme pain. One on 2 out, tough Beifong. Try and get this final out. And will. That's grounded at County. He steps on the bag and we'll go to the top of the 9th. 6, 7, and 8. The last hope for the Cyclones here. Yoshida 1 for 3 with a double. Had the nice Dragon Special. And can't get this one by Welder. That's 1 away. Santea locked in. 2 innings of work, 2 strikeouts. This one into left, and Cat makes that catch for number 2. And the Skulls 1 out away from their first win of the season. Facing off against Hugh George III, who's behind 0-2. Swing and a miss. And that will do it. Skulls of Rock victorious here. The movable object beats the stoppable force. 3-1 your final score. Both teams racking up 8 hits in this one. Multi-hit game for Lames and County. 10 strikeouts for the Cyclones. A sombrero for a Rose. Multi-hit game for Buddy Moon. And 10 strikeouts as well for the Skulls offensively. Loss goes to Edwards. 2 earned through 5 1/3. Aru gets charged with no earned runs. Win goes to Newcastle. He was fantastic. 1 earned through 6 1/3. 7 strikeouts, no walks. Bit high on the hits. 8 hits, but pretty well overall. Santea gets the save. 2 2/3. 3 strikeouts. And your MVPs are Newcastle, Kyle Edwards, and Aaron Santea. All pitchers here in this one, and that's honestly rightfully deserved. Game number 2, another epic Novas division showdown. The Stingers and the Ball Players. The Stingers, the last undefeated team in the Epic Conference. That will be coming up right after this. You're watching the Ssbl on Twitch. All right, here we go. Ball Players and Stingers. This one should be a fun one. Can the Ball Players scrape their way back into the Novas division? 2 games back of the Stingers, who are perfect 4-0 on the season, or can the Stingers make that lead 3 games? As we are getting past the quarter-way point of the season, we've got Angelo Del Vecchio and Big Blaze on the mound, and Del Vecchio starts things off with a strikeout. Angelo Del Vecchio, in her first game, went 5 1/3, 3 earned runs, 6 hits given up. I believe they played the Wildcats the first game of the season. So that stat line a bit understandable, as that Wildcats team was the runner-ups in the Epic Conference last season. Patty Potts to the plate here, ahead 3-0. Compose activated on Del Vecchio. She finds his own there. And there, making it a full count. Composed and K-Man active, but loses her there, so a runner will be aboard. And I'll bring up a dangerous man in Bo Jackoon. Hitting 6 for 14 on the season for the Ball Players. Hit a home run against the Sparrows last week. On base percentage of .714. 2-2 the count. This one's grounded to Texas, and he flips it to high grass in time for out number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Alvin Reich, Bear, and Matthew Kennedy do up. As for Big Blaze, I believe the first game of the season for the Ball Players were the Unicorns. And Big Blaze went 7 2/3, no earned runs, only 4 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts, and a sub-1 whip. So Big Blaze with an impressive stat line in his first game, as that's a pop-up to Tucker in right, 1 away. Both these offensives has their work cut out for them, facing off against some really strong pitching. Into left, and this one will be caught at the warning track, so back-to-back catches into the warning track for the Stingers here. 2 outs. And here's Matthew Kennedy. Kennedy hitting .286 on the season, 4 for 14, a pair of home runs for him, and he will draw a walk. But Kennedy a bit high in the strikeout column. He's up to double digits at 10 strikeouts, but that brings up Dink Highgrass. At 2-0 against Blaze. Swings on that one, fouls it off. And fouls off another 2-2. This one's popped up in foul territory. Tucker is over there at the wall and makes the catch in foul grounds for out number 3, and we'll head to the top of the second. Dog, Barker, and Tucker due up. Papa Dog, 5 for 15 on the season, a .333 average. 4 RBIs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Swing and miss there, 2-1 the count. Swing and miss there, and K-Man acted for Del Vecchio. Fouled back. Just misses zone there. The count is full. And strike 3 called. Del Vecchio rings up Doug there. Rings up Toby Barker. 2 strikeouts so far for Del Vecchio. And K-Man will be active once again. 0-2 to Barker. Fouls that one off. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts for Del Vecchio. And I'll bring up Nathan Tucker. Tucker, .294 on the season, 5 for 17. And he hits that one up the middle. A 2-out single for Tucker. We've got the first hit of the ball game. That passes the bat to Iron Hands. Runner is going, the throw from Garcia, not in time. And Tucker is in scoring position now for Hands. Swings through that one, though, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Del Vecchio strikes out the side and will go to the bottom of the second. Brotani, Garcia, and Ssbl all due up. Swings through that one, 0-2. That one's fouled off. Brotani was a big part of that back and forth game against the Serpents last week, and not enough speed to get that infield single as Jack Zoon makes a nice sliding catch deep in the hole and throw to first in time for out number 1. This one is into right, and that's going to bomber special in front of Tucker. An attempt was made there, but the sliding catch unsuccessful. Good effort, though. That bomber special will bring up Ssbl now. Struggling on the year, 1 for 13, hitting .077 so far. And he strikes out there, 2 away. Now bring up the hero, Dallas, Texas. Had that fantastic defensive play. Runner is going and runner is gone. And we'll head to the top of the third. Both teams getting a base hit, but not doing anything with it. 0-0 still going into the top of the third. It'll be Juice Armstrong to lead things off. This one into right center, and that's going to get down in front of Kennedy. And the leadoff runner aboard here. So from a team perspective, ball players coming into the game, the sixth best team in batting average, hitting .293. About middle of the pack in strikeout rate, with a 28% strikeout rate. And 8th in the league in scoring 5.75 runs per game. But that's going to be a Dragons special, a 3-6-3 to get 2 away. Brings up Theo Thunder. Delvecchio up to locked in now. Full count to Theo Thunder. Swing and a miss. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. Texas, Bacon, and Elmenreich do up. Stingers on the other side of the coin. Middle of the pack in batting average, hitting .254. Strikeout rate also kind of middle of the pack at 27%. But the differentiating factor of this Stingers offense is that they've hit 10 home runs so far in the season. That is first in the league, along with the High Rollers, who have hit 10. And the Stingers hit averaging 6.5 runs per game, which is third best in the league. Texas draws a leadoff walk, which brings up Chris P. Bacon. Bacon hitting .250 on the season. Fouled back, a 1-2 count here. Swing and a miss. A second strikeout for Blaze. Gets the first out of the bottom of the third. Resets the lineup for Monica Elmenreich. 1 on, 1 out here for the Stingers, and that's fouled off, a 1-1 count. Fouled off will be a full count now. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Blaze after giving up the leadoff walk. Now bring up Heidi Bear. Heidi Bear gets that one through the right side of the infield. And 2 on, 2 out now for the Stingers. It's Matthew Kennedy coming to the plate. And that one's grounded right to Potts. In time to deal a stick for out number 3. And the side is retired. We'll go to the top of the 4th. This scoreboard couldn't be more symmetrical if you tried. Still scoreless. And Patty Potts to lead things off for the ball players. Delvecchio starting off the inning locked in, 5 strikeouts. That's back to the mound. And she flips it to high grass in time for out number 1. Bring up Bojack Oon. Only 3 base runners are out so far for Delvecchio through 3 1/3, and 5 strikeouts to go with it. 2-2 to Bojack Oon, and K-Man active for Delvecchio, and swing and a miss. Make it half a dozen. I'll bring up Papa Dog now. With 2 away. 0-2. And this one's up the middle. A diving stop by Bear. The throw is not in time. And that's going to be an infield single for Papa Dog. Nice attempt there by Heidi Bear, but that arm not quite strong enough to get the runner. That brings up Toby Barker. The runner is going. The throw is going to be in time. They get the runner eventually, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Highgrass Brotani and Penelope Garcia all due up here. Big Blaze has done a good job, but has not gotten to locked in yet. 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts here through 3 innings. Two to high grass. That one's high, full count. Swing and a miss. And there's locked in for Big Blaze. We are in for a pitching duel here in game 2. And a big game for the Nova's division. Connie fouls that one off. It's a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Blaze. He's up to 5 now. That one's grounded 2 Potts, and this will be a 1-2-3 inning for Blaze. And we'll enter the top of the 5th here, still scoreless. Barker, Thunder, and Hands do up for the ball players. Just the first matchup between these 2 teams. They won't meet again until the last week of the season, week 16. So plenty of time between meetings for these 2 division rivals. Here's Nathan Tucker. He's 1 for 1 today. Fouls that one off. Makes it a 1-2 count. DeVecchio's pitch count up into the 70s now. A bit high. Oh, Tucker almost beat that out, but Heidi beat him by a step there, 2 away. DeVecchio did flirt around with a few full counts early on in the game. Compose had to be activated, so... Oh, but she strikes out Hands there, and Hands mojo goes down, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th, where B, Texas, and Bacon will be due up. Let's see, Blaze at 59, so pretty comparable pitching counts for these starting pitchers, with Blaze being an inning behind DelVecchio. Hard hit ball, but foul by B. 2-2 the count. And B goes up the middle for a leadoff single. And I'll bring up Dallas, Texas. Texas on the year hitting .333, 5 for 15, 2 home runs. Runner is going hit and run, but fouled off. 3 players on this Stingers team have 2 home runs. Texas, Bear, and Kennedy. Oh, and Brotani as well. And Texas gets rung up there. I think Brotani had both those home runs against the Serpents last week. So 1 on, 1 out now for Crispy Bacon. Takes first pitch strike. Curveball misses, 1-1. Fastball wide, 2-1. That one's ripped, and Dila Stick makes the catch and steps on the bag for a Dragon special. Perfectly placed was Rick Dila Stick to grab the hot liner and then step on the bag to double up the Stingers. And to the top of the 6th we go. 0-2 count here to Juice Armstrong. And swing and a miss. Armstrong rung up there and brings us back to the top of the order, Rick De La Stick. Stick a bit of a slow start to the season, 3 for 18 and 7 strikeouts on the season, hitting only 167. And that's a 1-2 count, which activates K-Man. Grounder to Bear. Easy play for her. 2 away. Mojo down for De La Stick. Brings up Theo Thunder. And 0-2 to Thunder now. Swing and a miss. A quick inning of work there for Del Vecchio. A 1-2-3 inning, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the top of the order due up for the Stingers. Who can strike first? Oh, this one's into the Grand Canyon. That one is gone, and the Stingers take a 1-0 lead. Monica Elmenreich, 429 feet into right center field, and it's 1-0. And that will chase Big Blaze, but comes in Adrian Walker, then fantastic relief pitcher for the ball players. Rick Dillastick with a nice diving stop, flips it to Walker for out number 1. Elmenreich now joining that convoy of 2 home runs for the Stingers. Oh, this one's hit into left. That one is back, and that one is gone. Back. 2 solo shots for the Stingers. They now lead 2-0. And Matthew Kennedy has separated himself at 3 home runs. So just like that, the Stingers lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. That one's grounded to Jack Oon. And in time for out number 2. Just going to try and read the pitching stats for Walker. Only 1 earned run given up in 8 1/3, which was a home run. So all her earned runs so far this season have been via the long ball. And grounded to Potts in time for out number 3, but the Stingers strike with 2 solo shots, Elmenreich and Kennedy, and we'll go to the top of the 7th. Potts, Jackoon, and Papa Dog due up. Del Vecchio on the mound to start the 7th. Ball's behind 2-0 to Potts, though, who's drawn a walk. And that's a 4-pitch walk, so instantly we're in 1-swing territory, and it's Bo Jackoon to the plate. Not a lot of speed on Potts, not a steal risk, but grounded to Bear. Bear to Texas. Texas to high grass for the Dragons special. 6-4-3, and it's 2 away. A huge double play turned by the Stingers defensively, as Del Vecchio is struggling here with her command. 2-1 the count after Dog fouls that one off. And another 2-2. K-Man active for Del Vecchio. And that's spoiled. Doesn't chase the curveball. Composed and K-Man for Del Vecchio. Oh my soul. That one's foul. Swing and a miss. Double-digit strikeouts for Del Vecchio, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Garcia to lead things off here. One and one the count. Count runs full. And this one's into right. Does it have enough? It is gone! Holy cow, Penelope Garcia gets that one just over the short wall in right, and it's 3-0. The Stingers holding up their MO for the season, living by the long ball. 3 in this game, all solo shots, and 2 of them of Adrian Walker, who is tense. This one popped up into right. Tucker makes the play for out number 1. Haven't seen Walker with an outing like this in a long time. She won epic pitcher of the year last year. I think she gave up 1 earned run all last season. So definitely a surprise here, but this Stingers offense more than capable. 2 hits and both of them leaving the yard. This one's a charge, but into deep center field, the deepest part of the park here. That's caught by Armstrong for out number 3. Another solo shot on the board makes it 3-0 as we go to the top of the 8th. Ball players running short on time. And Delvecchio comes out to start the top of the 8th. She's on fire, but about to throw her 100th pitch of the game. Heyman active here. And gets the strikeout. Number 11, Toby Barker, sits down 1 away. And that will do it for Delvecchio. Fantastic outing for her. And in comes Princess Leia to try and close this one out. Leia has been good so far this season. 5 innings of work, no earned runs, 2 hits surrendered, and a walk, 6 strikeouts. And gets 7, 2 away here in the top of the 8th. That brings up Iron Hands, tense and 0 for 2. Full count now. And that will be a walk. The inning will go on here with Juice Armstrong coming to the plate. Hard hit ball, but foul, makes it 1-1. And that one's through the right side of the infield. And that makes it 1 swing baseball, and the top of the order due up for the ball players now. Rick Dillastick, tense and 0 for 3. But 1 swing could tie us right back up. Dillastick takes a hack at it, but fouls it off. And that one's into left, but right to Brotani for out number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order for the Stingers due up. Elmenreich, Bear, and Kennedy. Elmenreich breaking the scoreless tie with her home run her last time up. That chased Big Blaze from the game. Grounded to Thunder. In time, 1 away. Fouled back, 2-1 the count to Bear. 3-1. And that will be a walk for Bear. The first walk issued by Walker so far this season. One on, one out with Matthew Kennedy to the plate. Swing and a miss. Walker gets some revenge there, striking out Kennedy. 2 down now, and here comes Dink Highgrass. Walker will get pulled in favor of River Slopes. Try to get this final out to send us to the top of the 9th. Oh, and 2 the count. Lays off that one, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Slopes gets the strikeout, and we'll go to the top of the 9th. Ball players need 3, and it's Thunder, Potts, and Jackoon due up. A combined 0-4-7 so far in this one. Facing off against Princess Leia here. Grounder to short. Bear takes it off a hop. In time to Highgrass, 1 away. Patty Potts 0 for 1, but has drawn 2 walks, both of those coming off of Delvecchio. One and 2. Full count. Swing and a miss! And Bo Jackoon, the last hope for the ball players here. He's tense and 0 for 3. (3-1) to Jackoon. Broken bat popped up. Should be playable for Leia. And the Stingers move on to 5-0 with the 3-0 win over the ball players and take a commanding lead in the Epic Novas division. 3 solo shots, all that was needed for the Stingers. Elmenreich, Kennedy, and Garcia going yard. Garcia with a multi-hit game. Juice Armstrong also multi-hit. Only 4 hits for the ball players in this one. 13 strikeouts for them. Loss goes to Big Blaze. That home run to Elmenreich threw 5, 6 strikeouts. Walker giving up 2 home runs. Garcia and Kennedy. And Slopes making an appearance. Delvecchio gets the win. 11 strikeouts through 7 1/3, no earned, and 5 base runners. Leia getting the save. An inning in 2/3. A hit and a walk and 2 strikeouts. This MVP is going to be interesting. It's Delvecchio, followed by Kennedy and Garcia. Delvecchio, not a surprise, but I was wondering what the other 2 were going to be. That's going to do it for game number 2. Game number 3, Angels and Unicorns, coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Ssbl on Twitch. And here we are, final game of the day, Unicorns and the Angels. Matchup in that epic galaxy. These teams coming in with the same record, surprisingly, both at 2-2. Unicorns coming with a +6 run differential, Angels at -5. Bailey Renro on the mound for the Unicorns and Sin Su Wu for the Angels. Look out. Here's Sophie Neuenmuller, who puts one up the middle. Brings up Emily Prentice with 1 on, 1 out. Angels coming in team-wise, 10th best in average, hitting .275. Doing pretty well in strikeout rate, 25%. And middle of the pack in 4 1/4 runs scored per game. That's a strikeout, 2 away for Renault. Angels offense actually being a bit more prolific than the Unicorns so far this season, as Unicorns only scoring 3 runs per game, 16th in the league. and are striking out a bit more at 32%. The Unicorns have faced some tough opposition so far this year. And probably the most surprising is all, as that's going to be a strikeout to end the inning. Unicorns hitting a .179 on the season, 4th worst in the league. But a chance to turn around their fate here as they enter divisional play. Aaron Topster to lead things off. Sensu Wu in his first appearance only went 3 innings, gave up 4 earned runs, 3 hits, 6 walks. Did get a strikeout and 1 home run given up, a 12 ERA and a 3 whip. Angels playing the Serpents that first week of the season in that 8-5 loss. 2 quick outs. Here is King Kush to the plate. Okay, I did unmute. That's where I was just talking to myself. Swing and a miss. Sensu Wu gets the strikeout, and we'll go to the top of the second here. Valet Renault, in that ball player's loss, did not give it an earned run in 6 1/3, 3 hits, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. She did her part. And gets a pop-up here of Bjornsson, 1 away. Brings up Uno Dia. Dia hitting .214 on the season, 3 for 14. Has accumulated 5 strikeouts. And a walk. And that's strikeout number 6 as Renault gets strikeout number 3 of the game. That brings up Otani Banani. And that one is through the left side of the infield. A 2-out single for Banani. Now bring up Ruby Green Dexteres. Fouls off the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner is going and runner is gone. Hit and run backfires there as there was no hit to go along with the run. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. Big Tunatayo to lead things off. Tago hitting .231 so far this season, 3 for 13. Pair of RBIs, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts so far. Ball's behind 0-2 to Sensu Wu. And this one's into right, tracking back. That's going to be off the wall. And Big Tuna Tiger will have himself a leadoff double here to start the home half of the second. Breezy Bree to the plate now with the runner in scoring position. Takes a strike there, 1-2. And she's going to bomber special this one into right. Runner's going to round third, head for home. Bonatti has an arm, but it's cut off by Neuenmuller. And the Unicorns strike first, 1-0. Shaw to the plate, your reigning Epic Conference MVP from last year. Back to the mound. Wu goes to second for 1. Grubb to first for the Dragons special. Clears the bases and brings up Jimmy O'Doyle. And Wu gets the strikeout of the Doyle to end the inning. But Unicorn strike first, 1-0, as we enter the top of the third. 8-9-1 due up. Dexterez will get a clean slate after the caught ceiling ended the top of the second. This one grounded to Porterhouse in time for out number 1. One and 2 to Wash Jotley. Swing and a miss. Jotley leading the way in the epic MVP race for this season. And is hitting over 500 as that one's down the third base line under the glove of the third baseman. And that's another 2-out single for the Angels. Hard hit ball, but right to Tygo in time to flip-flop for out number 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. Porterhouse, Condra, and Topster due up. Slow roller, Dia scoops it and gets to first in time for out number 1. Brings up Cree Condra, number 9 hitter for the first time today. That's grounded to Dexterez in time for out number 2. And here comes the top of the order, Aaron Tobster. Two and 1 the count. Fouled back, 2-2. Swing and a miss. And we'll go top 4, still 1-0 here in this one. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Angels, looking for that order's first hit of the day. Renault locked in now. 3 hits coming up through 3 innings and 4 strikeouts. One down, here's Carroll Henry. And Henry into right, but King Kush tracking that one down for out number 2. And here's Bjorn Bjornsson. Two and 1 to Bjornsson. In there for a strike, 2-2. And strike 3 called, a 1-2-3 inning for Renault, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Flip-flop, Kush, and Big Tuna Tygo all due up. That one's to Dia off a 1-hop. To Neuenmuller in time for out number 1, and Sinsu Wu goes to locked in. He has done nicely, 3 1/3, 2 hits, an earned run, 3 strikeouts. One of those hits being the double given up to Big Tuna Tygo, and then a bomber special that later scored him, being the main difference in this one, as King Kush pops up in foul territory to Bjornsson behind the plate. And here is the difference in this game. Tuna Tygo with the run scored. Swing and a miss. And Tygo gets sat down, and to the top of the 5th we go. Uno Dia, Otani Benani, and Ruby Green Dexterez due up. 0-2 the count. Chopper to third. Creek Hondra flips it over to first in time, one away. Here's Otani Banani. Two and one. That one misses. 3-1. That one's fouled off for a full count. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Renault. She's up to 5-6. Second time around for RGD. Behind 1-2. Swing and a miss. And she sat down, and we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Breezy Bree, Moose Shaw, and Jimmy O'Doyle do up. Angels out hitting the Unicorns here, actually. Touch surprising. Breezy Bree to lead things off. She had that RBI single, and she puts one into the gap. That's going to be trouble. She's going to have second easily, and it's misplayed by Prentice. She could have a leadoff triple, and she will. So she's hitting the runners in, and she's hitting leadoff triples. And here's Moose Shaw. And oh, Uno Dia with a great play to save a run. That brings up Jimmy O'Doyle with RBI man active, though. That runner just 90 feet away. But he falls behind 0-2 to Wu. And strike three called. Wu with the strikeout. It's a huge second out here, and it brings up Haggy Porterhouse. But it's up the middle, and Porterhouse knocks in the run, makes it 2-0 for the Unicorns. And that knocks Wu down to neutral. Fouled off, 2-1. Finds the zone for a full count. Runner will go. This one is foul. And that is ball four, so a pair of runners on for the Unicorns. 2 outs, top of the order, Aaron Toaster. A chance for the Unicorns to break this one open here. Takes a first pitch strike. Two and one the count to Toaster. Grounded to Dia. Throw is in time for out number 3, and the side is retired. Leadoff triple comes around to score, and it makes it 2-0 Unicorns as we enter the top of the 6th. 9-1-2 due up for the Angels. And it's your best hitter in the league so far, Wash Jotley, hitting .692, 9 for 13 with a pair of home runs. And that strikeout earlier was his first of the year, but he battles back and singles up the middle. His 10th hit of the season so far. And gets us back to the top of the order, Tim Grubb. Hitting only 133, 2 for 15. But does have a hit so far here in this one. This one's a slow roller up the middle. Porterhouse can only get it to first for out number 1. But does put a runner in scoring position for Neuenmuller. But Neuenmuller only hitting a $125 herself, 2 for 16 on the season, and 7 strikeouts. And grounds this one to Condra in time for out number 2. Which will bring up Emily Prentice. Her only hit on the season was the 3-run home run against the Bombers. One is foul, 1-2 the count. And she'll get a base hit here, and that might score a run. Throw to home, King Kush. Oh! Musha couldn't handle it, and the run will score. That would have been a close play at the plate. But Musha mishandles it and makes it a 2-1 ball game. As the Angels are hanging around here, top of the 6th. 1 on, 2 out, but this one's popped up into center field. And Topster should have it to retire the side. The Angels get the run back and will go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-1. Angels still out hitting the Unicorns here. And it's Foot Fought Kush and Tygo due up. Wu will come out to start the bottom of the 6th. Pitch count's okay, but he doesn't have a whole lot of stats to begin with. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Walter Milan here soon. As he's behind 3-1, he's been behind in a few counts so far. But oh, hard hit ball to Neuenmuller. But oh, and then oh, it's just a litany of errors. It was hard hit to Neuenmuller. She couldn't look it into her glove. She stayed with it, then flipped it to Wu. But then Wu didn't look it into his glove, and so the runner is aboard. Is there 2 errors on one play there? Because that was right to Neuenmuller. She doesn't catch it. And then the error on flipping it to Wu. So I think that's 2 errors in one play. Gets a strikeout to battle back to locked in, but then Tygo puts this one into right. And runner's going to head for third. And we'll get there easily. So Unicorns with runners at the corners now. Big Tuna Tygo making a name for himself for MVP in this one. He's been a busy boy. And Breezy Bree also been very busy. RBI single and then scoring off a triple. A chance to get a run back for the Unicorns here. With 1 out and runners at the corners. She's got a 2-1 count. Runner is going. The throw is going to be in the dirt, but in time. Fitness on someone else. What is happening? Flip flop. It's a sore face. I don't think that's going to matter. And she gets struck out. What is happening? And we'll go to the top of the 7th. Still 2-1. Bjornsson gets pulled in favor of Tina Tygo. I don't think sore face will be any time missed. Tygo off the glove of Condra, and she'll be aboard. Sore face is a tier 0, so we don't have to worry about that. And Tygo will get pulled in favor of Emma Milstein to run the bases. The tying run on board for the Angels. She is going. The throw to second is in time. Easy come, easy go. Musha making up for the mistake earlier in the game and gunning the runner down, trying to get into scoring position. Swing and a miss there. Throw down to first for out number 2. Now brings up Otani Benani. And Benani singles up the middle. Another bit of 2 out hitting for the Angels here. No, still locked in though. 7 hits given up in this one. An earned run, 8 Ks and 6 2/3. And that one's a base hit, so 2 on, 2 out. Wonder how the inning would be different if the runner wasn't caught stealing. And here he is, Wash Jotley with RBI man active. The chance for the Angels here. Big opportunity here. He's heading the count 2-0. Takes a strike outside, 2-1. This one's grounded to third. Condra takes it off a hop to first in time for out number 3. A huge jam gotten out of there by Renault. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Milstein gets pulled in favor of Donnie JT. He'll take over behind the plate. Mu Sha to lead things off. Sin-Soo Woo still on the mound. This one's up the middle. A diving stop by Tim Grubb. The throw is in time. Nice play by Grubb for out number 1. Brings up Jimmy O'Doyle 0 for 2 so far today. This one's popped up in foul territory, and it's going to stay in play for JT for out number 2. And here is Haggy Porterhouse. An RBI single on his stat card for the day. Actually a very important, and he gets rung up there. And will go to the top of the 8th, still 2-1. And it's the top of the order due up for the Angels. And Renault gets pulled in favor of Butler Codsworth. Codsworth has had some work so far this year. 2 1/3 innings of work. Only given up 2 hits, no walks issued, 2 strikeouts, of 0 ERA, and a .858 whip. This one's a grounder to short. Tygo fields it off the hop in time at first, round number 1. Wait, who is strained? Oh, Flip-Flop is. She stayed in the game. Okay. Here's a tense Neuenmuller 1 for 3 today. She grounds this one to third. Condra takes it and flips it to first in time for round number 2. And here is Emily Prentice 1 for 3 with an RBI. Fouls that one off. 2-1 the count. And another one to Condra. Easy play for him for out number 3, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Last chance for the Unicorns for some insurance. It's 9-1-2. Tip your cap off to Sin-Soo Woo against this, on paper, what is a very strong offense for the Unicorns. He has survived 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and a walk. He has done fantastic in this outing, keeping the Angels in this one. A lot closer game than even I would have suspected, and I lost to the Angels. This one's fouled off. 2-2 to Woo, or from Woo to Condra. Oh, and this one is smashed. Cree Condra makes it 3-1. Maybe one batter too many for Woo. And the Unicorns do get a bit more insurance, making it 3-1. And that will turn the lineup around, top of the order here. And Dickie Vaughn, not Melon, will come in here. Vaughn, 2 2/3 of work so far this year, 1 earned run. It was a solo shot, it appears. 3 hits and a walk, 1 strikeout. A 3.37 ERA and a 1.5 whip. And here is Flip-Flop 0 for 3. Has the sore face, trying to slide back into third, but she will be fine. That injury does not require any time missed. 2-2 the count to her. And she grounds it to Grubb. Throw is in time for out number 2. And that will bring up King Kush. Kush falls behind 0-2. This one is going to bomber special down into right. And Kush will have himself a 2-out single. And here is Big Tuna Tygo. Double and a single. He's been a big part of this Unicorns offense. He is one of the 3 runs that have scored for the Unicorns. The throw to second, not in time. And so a runner in scoring position for Tygo here. Fouls that one off. 0-2 the count from Vaughn. Another one fouled off. Another one fouled off. 3 in a row. Swing and a miss. And we'll go to the top of the ninth. Angels need 2 here after the solo shot by Cree Condra. 4, 5, and 6 due up. Carroll Henry 0 for 3 intense. Codsworth looking to shut the door, get the save. This one lays down the third base line, and that one is fair. And the tying run will come to the plate for the Angels. But it's Donnie JT. One and one. Oh, Butler Cree Condra absolutely robs JT of a base hit. 1 away. Here's Uno Dia tense and 0 for 3. Condra has been busy at third, has made some good plays. And gets an out on the board here in the top of the ninth. 1 and 2, and swing and a miss. And the last hope here for the Angels is Otani Banani. First pitch called strike. That one misses. 1 and 1. 2 and 1. Swing and a miss there. 2 and 2. Foul. Oh, strike 3 called! Oh, that looked like some home cooking there. That one was borderline, but the Unicorns survived the Angels test. 3-1. The Angels do out-hit the Unicorns, but it doesn't matter. Did that error come to cost the Angels? I don't remember what inning that was in. I don't think so, because I believe that was either in the 6th or the 7th. Unicorns survive 3-1. Just 7 hits tonight from the Unicorns. Tygo and Bree deserve to be your MVPs, followed probably by Renault a bit. But Angels, Sin-Soo Woo did pretty well as well. Just 1 batter too many, giving up that 3rd run. Banani with the multi-hit game. 10 strikeouts, though. Uno Dia with the sombrero. Loss will go to Woo. 3 earned through 7. Still a quality start, though. 8 strikeouts. Vaughn made an appearance. Win goes to Renault. 1 earned through 7. 8 hits, 8 strikeouts. And Butler Cogsworth gets the save. 1 hit through 2 and 2 strikeouts. And it's Renault and Cree Condra. And followed by Sin-Soo Woo. Well, that's going to do it for day number 2 here of Week 5 in the SSBL. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you next time.